Hello, my name is Bryson Agbosu and welcome to my YouTube channel. This series, I'm taking you through how to use Adobe Illustrator in design. In today's edition, I'm going to take you through how to design the Twitter logo. So if you want to journey on this with me, let's start creating. As usual, anytime we want to create, after opening your design software, just click on Create Now. As I normally use 1920 by 1920 pixels, and then we create 3 artboards. So just hit on Create and then let's start. So after creating this artboard, just Control 0 and then it brings the first artboard to the full screen. So if you want to switch between artboards, all you need to do is to come down here and then hit on Next. So it sends you to artboard number 2, next sends you to artboard number 3, or you can click to navigate between the artboards. Yes, so I'm on artboard number 1. The first thing we're going to do is to bring import our our Twitter logo. Import our Twitter logo. So let me go and then bring in the Twitter logo. We want to create this very one. So let me drop it onto the artboard. And now I hold on my Shift and Alt key to resize it. So to start creating this, there are many ways to go about it. But in today's edition, I'm going to take you through how to use the pen tool, this pen tool. So I can just hit on P and then it brings up my pen tool, or I can come here and then click on the pen tool. So to draw this logo that we have over here, all I'll do is to click and then create my first point. Then I'll hit on the next point. When I click on this, don't do anything, but then click and hold. When you click hold, all you need to do is to drag it either down, up, to the left or to the right, and all is going to help you to create the right shape. So it is a free form shape we are drawing. So all you need to do is to just drag it in. Now the next thing we'll do is to click on the next point that we have over here. But when we click this point and we try to do the same thing to achieve a similar result, that is to make sure it is a perfect, or that is on the outline, we'll not be able to achieve that. But don't worry, when we are done creating the entire outline, we would come and edit the file. So just do the same thing, click, hold, click. Now when we get to the last point, we need to locate the first anchor point we created, and that will be the end point. So when we click on it, it joins the entire shape together. But if you click away from it and you leave it, it is not going to be a complete shape like we want it to be. So we click on the point we started from, the anchor point we started from, and then yes, it closes the entire shape. As we can see from what we've been able to create, it is not really a sharp and a complete drawing. It looks a little irregular. So we'll change the fill and then the stroke color. At the moment we have a white fill and then a black stroke. So I'll turn my stroke off and then add a fill color, so that we'll see the result of what we have been able to draw. So yeah, this is my Twitter logo, and this is not perfect for us. So yes, let's edit this logo that we've been able to create. Now in order to edit this, we'll start by making sure that we can see every part of it, every part of our logo. So we would want to instead of having a fill, would turn the fill off and then have a stroke. So to easily do this, we can come to the tools palette and then click on this arrow here. The arrow says swap fill and stroke, and that is what it's going to do for you. But if you don't want to go through this process, you can still come up here and then click the drop down arrow here and then go to none. Then we click on this to select a color. So with this, what I'll do, which color do you want us to try? Okay, let me go for the orange color. But if you take a look at the outline stroke that we have over here, it is not really thick for us to see. So we'll change the stroke by clicking maybe 3. Let's try 3. I think this should work out for us. Yes. So we click on the stroke again and then zoom in to have a clearer view. Now the next thing is to select the direct selection tool. You can type A, hit on the A, and then it picks it up for you. It selects that tool for you. So what we are going to do is we'll select each anchor point that we created and then edit the handle that we would have. So I'll click. If we take a look at this portion, we can see that the anchor point over here is okay. So we'll need to control what we have down here. So I'll click on this anchor point, but you see the line over here, it is to a handle. So we need to click on just hit on the space bar and then drag it down so we can see the end of the handle. So click on this end here and then drag it down. When we drag it down to this point, we can see that we still have a perfect line over here. Then we come to the next anchor point, that is this. It is presenting to us two handles. There's one handle here and there's another handle here. So let's control this first one, then we'll come to the second. So if I click on this and I drag it out, it is controlling the shape that we have over here. So control it to the desired shape that you want. Then we click on this and make sure you select click on the handle and then send it inwards, and that's perfect. The next thing we'll do is to come to the next anchor point, and it's the same thing we're going to do with all of them. So click, drag it in. I come to this point, I will drag this handle in, bring it down here a little, and now I would shape this. Perfect. Hold the shift bar, send it up, click on this next anchor point, click on this here. So it looks like we don't have any handle to control it. So we'll come to the convert tool that we have over here, the convert option, that has a tool option. So click on convert selected anchor points to smooth. When you click on that, it's going to now give us the handle tool to use. So yeah, just click on that and drag this in. Perfect. Bring this here. Perfect. 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 Yeah, so if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do that for me so that I'll be able to have at least 100 subscribers so I can customize my channel name for easy accessibility. Yeah, so I control this point too, then bring this one here. Perfect. So we've been able to control 0. We've been able to edit the various anchor points by making use of the direct selection tool. So in today's edition, one of the very key things we've been able to learn is to draw with the pen tool and then edit by using the direct selection tool. So after doing this, let's come here again and then swap. And I think this logo is perfect. This logo is perfect. So this can be replicated in the various logos you'll be learning to create for clients. So if you want to try the Airtel, Tigo, the MTN logo, you can just do the same thing. If a client calls you and wants you to design a logo for them, after drawing it on paper, you can bring it here and then trace everything, and you would have a clean vector logo. So since we have our first logo completed, let me just drag this to one side, and then I'll send this logo out and then bring this one back here. So we have our first Twitter logo created. Perfect. Now the next thing we'll do is to pick another logo, that is various ways in which we can format our logo if we are working with them. So with this, all we need is this background shape and then a little Twitter logo within it, the bird. Yeah, the bird. So all I need to do is to go to my shape tool, pick the ellipse tool, then I draw. As you are creating the circle, you hold the shift and alt key to draw. Perfect. Control C, Control Shift V to paste the shape at the same spot you picked it from. Now click, hold the shift and alt key and then resize it. Perfect. So now we have two shapes, shape 1, shape 2. Select both shapes. After selecting both shapes, come to properties and then pathfinder. Then we hit on, or we click on click to minus front. When I do that, I have my background shape created. The next thing I'll do is to copy, and then I click this artboard here and then say Control V. Now I would resize it by holding the shift and alt key, resize, and yes, I have my Twitter logo created. Now we would want to create our next logo. So if you've been able to create this, just type it in the comment section and let me know. So the next thing that we'll do is to bring in our logo, the next logo. So yes, this last logo, bring it here, and perfect. So to work with this, all I need to do is to pick up the background, sorry, the shape tool, click on the ellipse tool and then draw, hold the shift and alt key, draw it, and that's perfect. Now we need this Twitter logo that is white. So there are many ways to go about this. We can either make sure that the white Twitter logo we are bringing in there is white and then there's nothing behind it, or we can make sure that the background shape is still blocking everything. So what do I mean by this? Let me create another artboard. So if you click on the artboard tool, we go up here and then hit on new artboard. So let's create two more. Yeah, let's create two more. So what I'll do is I'll copy this Twitter logo again, come to the third artboard we have over here and then paste it. Let me change the color to white. So eyedropper tool and then the color. Yes. So resize, shift alt and then resize. So with this that we have created, let me resize this a little. Okay, I think yeah, it's perfect. So let me create a background, rectangle tool, and then create a background and change the color, change the background color. So I'll send this to the back. So arrange and then send to back. So with this, you see, we are not seeing the background color. Now there's another option. So let me copy all of this, come to the fourth artboard and then paste. Sorry, it didn't paste on the fourth, so let me just copy everything here. Now there's the next option where I can select this background, the orange background, and then the Twitter logo. Then I click to minus front. So now the Twitter logo we have created over here is transparent. So even if I change the background color to any color at all, it is still transparent. And I know right now you are thinking of places you can be using this design option. Perfect. So if we have this one ready, we can move on to the next. Now let's try the last logo. That is this item here. So the last one. Let's resize it. And with this, it is having a rounded rectangle shape, the Twitter logo, and then the text below. So to do that, we click on the rectangle tool and then select rounded rectangle. Now for those of you who don't have the rounded rectangle tool, all you need to do is to create a rectangle. So let me hit on the rectangle, hold the Shift and Alt key, draw my rectangle. So what you can do is, after drawing it, come to the properties, transform, and then locate this more option over here. Click these three dots that we have over here. It is going to give you more options. Now we have this item, it has a corner type, the corner type. So let me try entering 80. Because we have this item clicked, that's a link corner radius value, so they are linked. So when I type 80 here, it affects all other areas, it affects all these areas. So hit on enter, and so we have a rectangle rounded. If I want it to be much more rounded, I can still come here and then say 120, and I think this is okay for us to use. So the next thing we'll do is to go and copy. We need a white logo, so let me copy this, let me copy it and then bring it here, paste, and we have this logo. Perfect. Now let me select all and then resize it a little. So the next item we need is the text. So click on the type tool and then type Twitter, resize to 100, 120, and then change the font. Can still resize it. Yes, and this. Yeah, and this was just created by Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. So we created this logo, we added this, and then we added another item to it, created this beautiful one too, and then a third, this should be the fourth or the fifth item that we created, and this was done by Brycinano Agosu. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, just hit on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also share with your friends, share with everyone who also wants to learn how to design with Adobe Illustrator. Thank you very much.